In January, I had to go to the office a bit more often than usual. I work 4 days a week as a content creator / marketing manager for a tech company, and I work mostly from home, but we have a policy that requires us to spend at least 40% of our work time at the office every month. And this month, because of some special meetings, I had to go a bit more often than usual. But then I thought, why not use this as an opportunity to show you what a typical office day in my life looks like. On an office day, I typically get up between 6 and 6:30 a.m., depending on whether I have to wash my hair or not. Today was not a hair wash day, so I got up at about 6:20, which means I have an hour to get ready before I have to head out the door. I don't always take a shower in the morning, but today I did. After the shower, I put on my outfit for the day. In winter, that's usually just a sweater and pants, nothing fancy. I'll put on deodorant, brush my teeth, and put on moisturizer. Then I do my hair, because I like to get it out of my face before putting on makeup. I use a wax stick from bedhead to tame all the frizzy baby hair on my head. In terms of makeup, I usually keep it very simple. I start with concealer, focusing on the area under my eyes, between my eyebrows, my chin, and my nose, which are often a bit red. I'm using the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer in the shade Porcelain. I've repurchased this product at least 6 or 7 times already. Then I'll use the Everyday Minerals Matte Base Powder Foundation, and you can see from the look of this container that I've been using this foundation extensively. In fact, it's almost empty, so I'll have to get a new one soon. It's really one of my all-time favorite makeup products. Next, I do my eyebrows. I use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil to outline and the Catrice 3D Brow Pomade to fill. I didn't put on eyeshadow today and finished my eye makeup with a bit of mascara. I used a Clinique High Impact Waterproof Mascara, which is supposed to be sweat-proof too, but yeah, I'd give it a 4 out of 10. I still haven't found a mascara that won't smudge under my eyes, so if you have any tips on how to make mascara last longer on super oily eyes, let me know in the comments. To finish off my look, I put on a bit of matte lip cream. I've recently got the NYX Smooth Whip in the shade Teddy Fluff, and I quite like it even though it's not the longest lasting lip cream I've ever tried. That's my little everyday makeup routine, super quick and easy. By the time I'm done with my makeup, I'm usually running late, so I just quickly grab my bag, put on my jacket, and head out the door. I don't have a car, so I always take public transport to go to the office, which takes me just about an hour from door to door. I like to bring my e-reader with me so I can read in the train. At around 8:30, I arrive at the office and spend pretty much all day in front of the computer, planning marketing campaigns, editing videos, writing blog posts, or attending meetings. I come home from work at around 6:30 p.m. and the first thing I do when I come home is putting on comfy clothes. Usually I'll put on yoga or workout clothes if I know I'm going to be doing some kind of movement later. But first I'll make dinner. Depending on how tired or hungry I am, I will either cook something or just have a snack. Today I'm making a tomato risotto. For 2 people, I rinse 100 grams of risotto rice under cold water. In the meantime, I heat up a bit of oil in the pan. I add the rice to the pan and fry until glossy. I would have added chopped onions as well, but I didn't have any left at home. Instead, I chopped up a carrot and added it to the pan. I deglaze the rice with a splash of white wine, but you could also use red wine or broth. Add a 400 gram can of chopped tomatoes, stir well, and gradually add 400 milliliters of broth until all the water has been soaked up by the rice, which takes about 15 minutes. Once I've added the last splash of broth, I like to put the lid on the pan and cook until the rice is tender. While the risotto is cooking, I like to get started on cleaning the kitchen. I've recently heard this tip in an audiobook called How to Keep House While Drowning, of using your waiting time to get chores done, and I find it really helpful. It's quite nice not having a pile of dishes in the kitchen to clean after dinner. To finish the risotto, I add about a teaspoon of butter and about 50 grams of Parmesan, salt and pepper to taste. When I cook dinner, my boyfriend Matthias is responsible for doing the dishes, while I do a little bit of tidying up or cleaning around the rest of the apartment. About half an hour after dinner, I feel ready to get moving. Sometimes I do bodyweight workouts, other days I do yoga, or sometimes I do a bit of both. Tonight I felt like doing a quick bodyweight core workout. After my workout, I take a quick shower and put on my PJs. I take off my makeup and put on moisturizer. For skincare, I only use products by La Roche-Posay because their Effaclar line has been very effectively keeping my acne at bay for the last 10 years. I first used a foam wash, after that the Effaclar Duo, which I think is a serum, but I use it as a moisturizer. Recently I added an eye cream to my routine as well, and I sometimes also use the hyaluronic acid serum, but only sparingly because I suspect that it causes my skin to break out. This winter I bought myself a hot water bottle because I tend to get cold at night, and it's been a complete game changer for my sleep. So getting that ready has become an essential part of my winter nighttime routine. While the water is boiling, I prepare my breakfast for the next day if I have to go to the office again. One of my favorite breakfasts to go are banana bread overnight oats because they are incredibly quick and easy to make. Simply mash up 1 or half a banana. Add 1 cup of rolled oats. This is a half cup measurement. My full cup was in the dishwasher. Add 1 cup of oat milk or any other milk of choice, as well as a teaspoon of peanut butter. Chop up a handful of pecan nuts. I unfortunately didn't have any left. And a bit of dark chocolate. Stir well and put in the fridge overnight. Once I'm done preparing my breakfast, I'll quickly give the kitchen a last clean up and fill up my hot water bottle. Then I take out my planner, write down some of the highlights from my day, and maybe also write down any lessons I learned. I tick off any habits I worked on that day and write my to-do list for the next day. Pack my bag and put out my outfit for the next day so I don't have to rush around the house in a hurry the next morning. And that's it. I usually go to bed around 10:30 p.m. Sometimes I'll do a bit of reading before bed before I turn off the light.